as we start to look at asocial or combative violence, this first video is a mob hit. The gentleman in the white shirt leaning against the ice cream freezer is actually a member of the Costa Nostra, or the Mafia. Here he was reputed to have come back with a different hat and a coat covering the shirt he was wearing, though the pants and the shoes is what was used to identify him. The first shot was fired into the victim's neck, and a second follow-up shot was fired into the base of the skull, execution style, and he simply walked away. This is the hallmark of what asocial or combative violence is. It's not a contest to prove one's dominance. It is the intent to severely harm or kill another human being. And in doing this, people stack the deck in their favor. In this case, a Marine PFC who was also a gang member with the MS-13, I believe. This is the Sierras police shooting. He stacked the deck in his favor. He made use of cover. He brought an SKS assault rifle to do this. He was wearing a poncho to conceal the weapon, to give him time to get everything in place. And here you see him using the tactic of slicing the pie, following up on these officers. Now, from my understanding of some of the other additional footage and comments made, 2 officers were wounded there. A third had showed up with a AR-15 rifle and had actually suppressed the criminal and was able to get help to his 2 friends. Now, this guy made use of the wall for cover, waiting for the officers to come around. When a 4th officer showed up, he used the car here as cover and concealment. The glass offered no cover, simply concealment, filed through it, and had killed that officer. Here we see a undercover cop, believed to be a confidential informant, being shot. And if you notice, the person shooting him simply just walks in as if nothing is wrong, and then pulls the gun and shoots. And following this, he follows up on it, and as you can see in the background of the video, a undercover police officer then exits the other room and fires into the criminal, and taking him down. As you can tell from the footage that will follow here, the man who had been shot, and who I should point out had been shot multiple times, doesn't seem all bloody, and you don't see blood gushing from him like you do in the movies, because, well, the blood drains down in accordance with gravity. As long as he's standing, it's going to be within his body. On his back, it's going to drain to the rear of his body. This is the infamous North Hollywood bank robbery that we're looking at now, and this is a primary case of where the criminals had intended on a robbery, which was, of course, criminal violence. However, these guys came prepared to escalate the violence into combative or asocial violence. Had these guys had known anything about actual tactics, the combination of AK-47 assault rifles and body armor would have made them a force to be reckoned with, and more officers would have been wounded or killed than what were. I'm not sure of how many were wounded or killed, if any. I know quite a few were wounded. In this case, you see right now officers looking or inspecting these guns. I'm not sure if that was a gun being held up, an airsoft rifle, or what, but this other person here, for whatever reason, was shot and then followed up on. And as you can tell, the goal of combative or asocial violence is to seriously harm or kill another human being.